And also a very warm welcome here from Winterthur in Switzerland. The Fistball World Championships 2019 are taking place. And this is match number 4 of the preliminary round. In Group B, Brazil and USA are facing each other for the first game of this group. And of course, Brazil, playing in the yellow shirts, is one of the potential winners of this World Championship, as the best team from South America. The team Brazil has come here to Switzerland to at least win a medal, and if possible, taking the title back home to Brazil after they won it in 1999 and 2003. It would be the third time Brazil would be the world champion. But until the final games on Saturday, it's still a long way to go. And today we are facing the first match. And this is the opponent of Brazil. This is the United States of America. At the last World Championships in 2015 in Argentina, they won the 8th place. And of course they want to do better this time. Maybe being a bit of surprise in this World Championship. While of course they are not the favorite in game number 1 versus Brazil. This is the announcement of the starting 5 of Brazil. Playing with the number 1 is Matheus Kunzler, Vinicius Goulart with number 2, Sergio Müller, Thomas Süffert, number 4, also Guilherme Wilhelm, and the young shooting star Gabriel Heck, who played this season in Europe, in Austria. He is the hope and the promise of the Brazilian fistball for the next years. And this is team of the United States. Number 1, Eric Kindler. Number 2, Matt Hendricks, the striker of the team. Also striker is number 4, Todd Strasburger. Keith Schweder with the number 7, and Pat White is the second defensive player that the Team USA is sending into this first match versus Brazil. Perfectly prepared here at the stadium and all the circumstances for this first match on the center court in the stadium, where Gabriel Heck will open the game with the first service and directly scoring. First point Brazil, 1-0. And also the second point goes over to Brazil after Todd Strasburger took Gabriel Heck out of the game. Matheus Kunzler scored for his team. Brazil 2-0. And this is too far. Third point for Brazil. For sure, it's not an easy situation for the boys from the United States after they don't have too many opponents in their country. It's only a small sport in the United States. And in Brazil, it's really one of the big sports. A lot of really strong clubs and strong competition during the year. Nice setup for Matheus Kunzler. Scoring the next ball. And already 4 points for Brazil, who really got a perfect start into the game. And again, it's up to Todd Strasburger to maybe bring an advantage for United States. Oh, nice setup by Vinny Gouillard directly over the net from behind the field. Perfectly played, Brazil. Next point, 5-0. They need a good serve from Todd Strasburger, but for sure it's not the easiest situation for him. And again, he's going tactical, playing the ball over to Gabriel Heck. And the first point for United States, Matheus Kunzler, he didn't touch the ball after it bounced from the ground and was going over the net without any touch between. It's the first point for the United States, 1-5. Good defense this time. Oh, whoa, whoa, but a direct setting mistake. Pat White not doing very well this time. And so far, it's a pretty easy game for Brazil. Being very fast and easy in the lead. 6-1 Brazil. Again, a good defense. Next chance. First good chance for Matt Hendricks. And one more try. Again, a very good ball from behind the field. This one is too far, it's out. And you see the fist of Eric Kindler, number 1 in the center of the United States defense. After his team scored the second point, 2-6. And also this ball is out. Only 3 more balls to go for the United States. But for sure this is not too easy when a brilliant player like Gabi Heck is striking against the defense. Yeah, and this time he scores with an ace. Long and powerful through the middle. No chance for Eric Kindler. And also for Pat White, who tried to defend this ball. So Strasburger stays with the tactic to tactically play over Gabi Heck. And once they could defend the ball of Matthäus Kunzler, but not this time against Gabi Heck, who found the gap in the defense of the United States. Ball touches the net, and for sure this is the next point for Brazil. As all of our fistball spectators know, every touch of the net, no matter if it's the ball or any player, is a fault, is a point for the opponent. Good defense, Brazil. Good setup also. Oh, and Gabi Heck far into the out. (4-9). Only 2 more balls for Brazil to win the first set. Here in the preliminary round, the mode is best of 5. What means that a team needs to win 3 sets to win the game. So for example, 3-0, 3-1 or 3-2 can be the results of the first games in this tournament. And Brazil is on the best way to win set number 1, where they already lead with 9-4, now 10-4. We have the first set point for Brazil. Maybe the last chance for Todd Strasburger to give this first set a change. But this is not enough. Very easy for Vinny Gouillard directly to play the ball to the net. But then good, well defended. And Matt Hendricks too harmless. Next good chance for Brazil. But again a fault by Gabi Heck. And the United States are allowed to score their point number 5. I'm not 100% sure, but I think all the 5 points of the USA have been faults of Brazil, who were just testing some balls. This is a perfect set of Todd Strasburger. And now a very beautiful point. This definitely was the point of the Team USA and not a Brazilian fault. Beautiful setup by Todd Strasburger, and Matt Hendricks scores point number 6 for the United States. but still 4 set points for Brazil. And this was set number 1. Brazil wins 11-6. Yeah, it was kind of sparring with the United States for Brazil. And as far as I can see, we will have several substitutions at the Team Brazil. Jaime Andrioli, number 8 of Brazil, and also Matheus Lammel, the captain, number 5. You can see here in the picture. Both seem to come to the game. So the Brazilian coach, Gerson Suffert, is going to give some practice to 2 more athletes of his team. I guess he must be happy with this team. They did really well. They tried something, not everything worked. But I'm sure that all the faults, they were a bit calculated. Just trying some balls, just trying some strikes. And by winning 11-6, it's not a big problem if not everything works right from the beginning. Now, here come the substitutions. Gabi Heck leaving the pitch, and Jaime Andrioli is coming into the team and into the game. And also some substitutions at the Team USA. Jack Stern will come to the game in the defense of the United States team. And also Keith Schweda, the number 7. Yeah, as I said before, very competitive players that the Team Brazil brought here to Switzerland. A lot of international experience. Some of them also played in Europe, in European clubs, been very successful there. And of course in the strong South American competitions. With a lot of routine and a good eye. Jaime Andrioli scoring for Brazil. First point of this set number 2. And it's still Todd Strasburger who answers for the United States, taking over the service. Ball was beneath the line, so was out. Also the number 1 carrying the ball here. Eric Kindler also played in Europe for 1 season in Austria, in Kremsmünster. Winning the Austrian title and bringing a lot of international experience home to the United States. They made a pretty good development in the last years, the United States team. Getting closer and closer to the international standards. And again, defending very good here, Todd Strasburger. Wow, nice ball of Jaime Andrioli. Perfectly played of Brazil, bringing the first ball from the 25 meters line to a direct set, and Jaime Andrioli taking the chance with a perfect ball. 3-0 Brazil. Ace Todd Strasburger, good answer, and they are celebrating their first point in the set number 2. Good defense of Jack Stern. Oh, and this is not a good set for Matt Hendricks. Maybe would have been better option to play it indirect. And Jaime Andrioli scoring for Brazil again. 4-1 Brazil. Yeah, they have some problems in the defense, the United States, but of course it's not an easy task to play against such a strong team as Brazil and such a strong striker as Jaime Andrioli. Who takes nearly every chance till now. Now he has to defend Todd Strasburger again with the tactical service. And this brings the chance for the United States. The setup is not bad, and this is... I wanted to say this is the point for the United States, but it's not. Matheus Kunzler scoring for Brazil. (6-1) for Brazil, and Brazilian coach Gerson Züffert is taking a timeout. And there will also be another substitution in his team. Or a lot of substitutions. I can see 3 players in the yellow jerseys coming to the field. And maybe will enter the pitch. So, Team Brazil, Gabriel Drum, a new defender from the club Novo Hamburgo. And also Sergio Müller, setter of Duque de Caxias in Curitiba, also coming to the game. I'm pretty sure that we will also see the other players of the whole team. Captain Matheus Lamel, Rodrigo Sprandeu. They are still on the bench and still to come maybe in set number 3. The next very good defense of Todd Strasburger and also of Matheus Kunzler. He's doing pretty well, Todd Strasburger, taking the service for the United States and also defending a lot of balls in his position. Oh, good ball and also good defense of Züffert. The first ball for Gabriel Drum and then taking it direct outside of the field and on the left arm. I don't want to say on the weak arm. Of course, a world-class player like him doesn't have a real weak arm, but as a right-hander, he would prefer to play such a difficult and very first Ball in the championship, maybe on the right arm. And maybe not outside the field. Not a good entrance for the player with the number 9. But what a good serve of Jaime Andrioli. With an ace, Brazil 7-2. Not this time, Strasburger. Again, he reached the ball of Jaime Andrioli, but couldn't control it into the field. And Brazil for sure is on the way to also win set number 2. Score is already 8-2 for Brazil. Yeah, and again, maybe if you joined us later, this is the World Championship of Fistball in Switzerland, the city of Winterthur. And we are in the preliminary round of this tournament. The first games are taking place here in Winterthur today. And in this preliminary round, we play best of 5. So Brazil and also USA, who are facing here in this game, need 3 sets to win the game. And Brazil is on the best way to win also set number 2 and maybe take the lead by 2-0. Good defense this time of Czech Stern, but then not a good set, and of course no good chance for Matt Hendricks to put some pressure on the defense line of Brazil. Bah. Good ball, but it touched the net. It was pretty close on the net, and the ball indeed did touch it. So the point goes over to the USA. 4-9. Next ace of Andrioli. He's doing pretty cool. Brazil's number 8. Next ace. 6 set points for Brazil. Easy ball for Sergio Müller. Perfect set, and again Todd Strasburger. He's the most defending player in his teams, and Jaime Andrioli and also Gabi Heck. Trying again and again. Not playing a block. Very uncommon in fistball in the field. Very often seen at indoor fistball. And this is point 11, and for sure he's a bit disappointed, but he's doing a good game to Strasburger. Of course, not enough pressure with the service on the Brazilian defense, but defending very well, also playing very well. It's not a bad game of the boys from the United States, but for sure Brazil is dominating this game, and they only need one more set to win the first game. and take the lead in Group B. The preliminary round is played in 4 groups. The Group A with Germany, Austria, Argentina and Italy. Group B, where we have this game here, Switzerland, Brazil, Chile and the United States. Group C with 5 teams, the Czech Republic, Serbia, Belgium, New Zealand and Poland. And Group D with Namibia, Australia, Denmark, Japan and the Netherlands. These are the 18 teams taking part here in the World Championship in Switzerland, where Germany will try to defend the title, or as the German national coach says, we don't want to defend it, we want to win it again. But also Brazil could be one of the favorites to win the title. And here is a new player, Rodrigo Sprandel from Club Sojipa in Porto Alegre. And also the captain, Matthäus Lammel, number 5, coming to the game. So Coach Gerson Süffert brought the whole team, all the 10 players that he brought here to Switzerland. All of them can show their skills directly in the first game versus an opponent from the United States who is not doing bad, really not, but of course cannot reach the outstanding high level that the South American players can show here in Winterthur. And Rodrigo Sprandel opening set number 3. Nice pick of Eric Kindler, perfect drop defense. But this is not enough of Matt Hendricks. Very easy for Brazil to bring Rodrigo Sprandel into the next good position. And this time he uses his chance, directly bringing Brazil back in the lead, 1-0. So what is the program of today? The Fistball program here in fistball.tv and of course on the Olympic channel, where we are also streaming at 2:15 p.m. Austria and Italy will play in the next game. Then we have the opening ceremony at 4 p.m. and at 4:45 Switzerland, the home team, and Chile from South America. And at 6 p.m. in the evening, Germany, the reigning world champion, and Argentina will face here on the court. And all the 4 games will be in the live stream. Yeah, but coming back to this game, the United States score. And we have a tie, 1-1. The defense, but not a good set, and easy chance for Brazil. And for Matthäus Kunzler, who scored a lot of times for Brazil. Oh, very close on the net, but he's taking it. Jumped very high, Brazil's number 1, and if you see the left arm of Matthäus Kunzler, this shows his extra class, only playing with 1.5 arms. He was born with only half an arm on the left side. And maybe he can be a role model for all the disabled athletes, as he made it into the men's national team. He's one of the 10 strongest players in Brazil. Having the next chance here, Matthäus Kunzler. But being not successful. The ball was not high enough and he was taking too much risk. Brazil's number 1. He's also playing in Europe for 1 year in an Austrian club of Grieskirchen. And then coming back to his home team in Novo Hamburgo in Brazil. where he won the World Cup, the World Tour Finals. This is the World Cup of the club teams. Novo Hamburgo was the winner of the last year's edition. And this year in September, the 2019 final will be played in Salzburg in Austria, where Novo Hamburgo again will be one of the participants. Good defense of Keith Schweder, who made a long way behind his center player Eric Kindler. And some problems for Brazil, and this is the next chance for USA. Now they have to bring the ball close to the net. The first good ball, they can play a direct set. Bringing the ball close to the net. And this is not enough, but the next chance for Team USA. But Gabriel Drum anticipated very well. And this time no chance. But again, some really good actions of the United States of America. Even if Todd Strasburger missed the next point for his team. And Brazil stays in the lead by 4-2. USA is improving a lot during this game. As I was saying, Matt Hendricks with a more or less easy mistake. But had a lot of defenses. Some good setups also, and it's only 2-5. And we shouldn't forget that the United States had the chance to maybe come to a tie 3-all. When Gabriel Drum defended very well for Brazil. Now the next easy mistake. Timeout United States. Yeah, every coach has the chance to take one timeout in every set. It's a little break of 30 seconds, as of course you also know from other sports. It's allowed to have some substitutions in the timeout. It's allowed to give some tactical advices for the coaches, which is a thing that Ron Jeswine, the head coach, now uses for the Team USA. Oh, no substitutions for Team USA, no substitutions for the Team Brazil, which has already shown all 10 players. Yeah, they are one of the strongest nations in the world, Brazil. It's a very luxury position for Coach Gerson Süffert. He can bring 10 world-class players to the world champs here in Switzerland. I'm pretty sure they will not go home without a medal at the end of this competition. Next week, Saturday. Again, a good defense of Keith Schweder. Only 3 meters distance to the net, maybe 4. Not an easy position for Todd Strasburger. And Brazil doing much better, and this is out. Boy, this was a fast ball of Rodrigo. Well, it was out, maybe 1 or 2 meters too long. Maybe reaching the 100-kilometer mark, this ball. I'm very curious because the organizing committee here in Winter Tour, they organized a speed system which shall measure all the strikes, all the attacks. And as far as we know, maximum speed of 120, 130 kilometers is what a ball can reach. Good reaction of Mateusz Kunzler, who recognized very early that the ball would go too far over the net. And he didn't set it up, but directly scored for Brazil. Yeah, an ace by Todd Strasberger. I'm not sure if he really wanted it like that or if he wanted to play the ball over to Rodrigo Sprandl. But who cares? It was an ace, it was very good. And Mateusz Lamel, the most experienced player, the captain of the Brazilian team, didn't reach it. And so USA comes back to a 4-7. Good defense of Eric Kindler. Next chance for the United States. And I only can repeat, I guess they're improving a lot during this game. Being much better in the game as they were in set number 1. And this ball is out. 5-7. USA stays very tight to Brazil. Only 2 more balls to go. Maybe I can add a word or sentence about the rules of the game. When you see the strikers, oh, nice ball of Gabriel Drum. And again, Todd Strasberger tried to block the ball, but Sergio Müller, the center player, scored for Brazil. As I wanted to say about the rules, the strikers do the service always at this line that you can see on both sides of the net, the 3-meter line. And it's not allowed to touch the 3-meter zone before you hit the ball, and also the first touch of the ground after hitting the ball has to be not over the 3-meter line, not in the 3-meter zone. So as Todd Strasberger did here, 1 foot landing inside the zone and 1 outside. This is allowed, this is okay, but not landing first in the zone or maybe even with both feet. Yeah, and having this little explanation about the rule. Mateusz Kunzler was scoring again. Brazil 9-5. Again, here you can see Todd Strasberger landing 1 foot before the line and 1 in the 3-meter zone, which is regular, but the strike was too far. 10-5. 5 match points for Brazil. Yeah, we already seem to face the end of the game. And if you like Fistball here at the Olympic Channel, or also Fistball TV, we would be very pleased if you stay with us. We are having 3 more games today at 2:15 in half an hour, when Austria and Italy will face. Austria here, the neighbor of Switzerland. They're also a candidate for the medals. And at 4:45 p.m. Switzerland versus Chile, and at 6 in the evening the reigning world champion Germany will face another South American team, Argentina. So feel welcome to stay with us here at the live stream from the World Championships in Winterthur, Switzerland, where Brazil has 4 match points, but USA is still defending. Again, the chance, Eric Kindler, Todd Strasberger. Short ball, no problem for Mateusz Kunzler. And now it might be over. Yes, now it's over. Rodrigo Sprandl scoring point number 11 for Brazil, and so Brazil wins this game their first game in the World Championships. 3-0 versus the United States. Perfect start for the South American team. Yeah, we will have a little break here from the live stream, and we will be back at 2:15 with the next game between Austria and Italy. So please stay with us. Come back at 2:15 when we will be back here out of Switzerland. Stadion Schützenwiese in Winterthur. The next game, Austria-Italy at 2:15 p.m.